So, in regards to contract changes, I've been, say, as an employee, I've been informed by my employer that they want to change my contract. Um, However, I've seen perhaps maybe a few other people made redundant in my workplace. I can see from an employee's point of view that this might be a bit of a red flag. So, what advice would you give employees in this situation?
Okay, so when a redundancy situation is coming up, there are lots of things going on that are not necessarily just to do with making redundancies that mean that a business becomes viable. It could be that an employer is looking to restructure or reshape things in other ways as well. That does mean sometimes that perhaps they're not going to think necessarily that somebody's role is unnecessary, but that they might want to look and see if they can find a way to agree to change that role. Now, when it comes to varying a contract of employment, there are really some very good practice ways that employers should go about doing that. And the main one is to talk to you and seek agreement to make that change. And that might be collectively with your trade union or some other recognised bargaining group, or it might be with yourselves as individuals. That is the best practice way. However, there are more extreme options if an employer is then saying that I need to make changes and I can't do them because you're not agreeing to them at the moment. Now, hopefully, negotiation, a bit of agreement, a bit of work compromise on both sides will help resolve that. And ACAS can get involved if you or your employer wants help at that point as well. But ultimately, if your employer decides to, there is some sort of option out there that's called imposing a change. And what that essentially does is it's saying that your current contract of employment is going to be ended. You're going to be given notice and dismissed from that contract of employment and immediately rehired under these new terms and conditions. There are all sorts of options that can get a little bit complicated to explain on a video. And the best thing to do is if you're in that situation and it's concerning you, is to contact the ACAS helpline.